And then I like this view here. You see the beautiful coreopsis and some more tithonia. Just the wildflower garden look. The wildflowers, just I love the way they sway in the breeze this morning, and they're just so peaceful, and it's like a meadow, you know. Pretty soon, another month or so, it'll all be bare again, and then we'll start again next year. But in the meantime, I will enjoy the view and the fruits of my labor. And then this planter here, I have some more chrysanthemums coming in. So the fall is just about upon us. We officially are fall, I think, next week, the 21st or 22nd, depending on how the calendar falls. But I am looking forward to wrapping it up for the year. I enjoy gardening. I enjoy sharing all my photos and videos with you all in lives, but I'm ready for a break. I think every gardener gets to that point towards the end of the season where you're just ready to call it a year, you know, call it a season. And I got beautiful photos that I'm going to be uploading onto my website for new canvas prints, coffee mugs, everything for summer of 2025, everything that I've taken that just was outstanding and spectacular this year. So it was a really great year with, we got some good rain in July, and August was a little hot and dry, but we're getting some really good rain now in September. And like I said last night, we get some really nice showers. All week we had some showers. I posted some really pretty lightning bolt pictures when I was out watering. Because the storms were kind of going around us that evening. We didn't get much when I went out to water. I'm like, well, let me go water, and then maybe we'll get something later. And then later that evening, we got some good rain. Once I went to bed, I could hear it on the roof. So sometimes you just never know. They're scattered and they go around us. But it's just been a lovely, lovely season. I've been really happy. The afternoons, we get some nice clouds that come in, and the clouds cool it off, which is nice in the afternoon because it's so hot. So I'm thankful if we don't get rain, at least we get the cloud cover in the afternoon to shade the garden and cool things off a bit. So I can't complain this year. It's been really, really nice. Well, let's take a walk. I'll take a walk down the field. Over here, look at the corn boxes. I don't know where little fledgling went. I'm trying to watch the ground so I don't step on him. But this is my the corn boxes that I ended up just putting the Cosmo, zinnias, coreopsis that were in my xeriscaping. I just kind of pulled them out and stuck them in here. Watered them all summer, and this is what came about. So everything looks really good, and this is my favorite time of year. September, October, it's when everything is like at its peak for the cosmos and the coreopsis and zinnias, and they're, you know, the big flowers. You know, they can really take up a lot of space and add a lot of color. And then the ones down here in the field, for those of you who don't know, hi babies, these were coreopsis I had, like you see here in my yard I just showed you, that went by. So we chipped them and spread the clippings down here. And the rain came. We had good rain this summer. So the rain came and everything germinated, including zinnias. Like this one little zinnia out here by itself. So I have zinnias and cosmos down here, sunflowers, and this all was not watered by me. This was all watered by the rain, and they all just taken off. So I've just let it go, and then of course I will take these all down once they go by and chip them again, and then have more seeds. And then the sunflowers, they're starting to go by. I did a video of me harvesting them and putting them in silica gels. So I will be probably maybe next week. I'll check on those sunflowers and see if they're ready to pull out and show you the reveal. I did a harvesting video of just harvesting zinnias, cosmos, geraniums, sunflowers. You can see these little zinnias down here. They're not as big as my ones up by the house because they don't get as much water, but they're trying. So they're all on their own down here with no water other than what we get with rain. But thank you for the likes and the hearts. And the gifter badge, Pajama Gardener. Nice seeing you today. Good morning. So we got some good rain. Ground's nice and wet this morning. Cloudy skies. You know, even the cloudy skies are pretty out here in New Mexico. They seem like they hang so low. And we're up here in Rio Rancho, we're about 5,000 feet above sea level. So it is there. I guess we are kind of closer to the clouds if you look at it that way, right? But thank you for the follow. I don't amend the ground and soil at all, other than up in my garden beds. So down here, it's all sand. There is some mulch here. So when we bought the property back in 2014, we cleared this field. It was all sagebrush and tumbleweeds. And we bought like yards and yards of mulch and put it down. And so here we are, 11 years later, the old mulch, you can still see it on top. It kind of all got pushed down to the end of the field here between the wind and the rain and stuff. But yeah, no, this is all natural sand, and these Coreopsis, they're drought resistant. They're kind of, I think, do believe they're native around here. And so they just keep coming, you know, as long as there's some rain to get them germinated, they do really well. I also have, I planted these moon glow junipers. In fact, you can't see them because the Coreopsis is so big. And a couple years ago, there's 4 of them. There's one, you see the top of one over there. And they're drought resistant, and they like this sandy soil. So I try to find down here things that like the soil, and we'll just kind of live in it. So, and then this big sunflower, I don't know if you all on here remember this one. It's gone by, but it was beautiful about a month or so ago. Full of, I called it my sunflower tree. It looked like a sunflower Christmas tree. And it's gone by, and I'm just letting the heads go to seed. Birds can have them, and then whatever is left, hopefully we'll see it next year and have a bunch more. So, but I'll be cutting that down. That'll be going in the chipper this next spring when we chip all this stuff. So, but you can see these Coreopsis, they get really tall and provide lots of color, and the birds love them. Birds eat the seeds. and they're just beautiful to look at. You know, yellow is pretty because it's it's summery. It's a summery color, but then it's also a nice pretty fall color too. So it just does really, really well. You can see over yonder on the other side of my fence how flat it is up here on the ridge. That big field across the street, that's all tumbleweeds and sagebrush. But yeah, so that's how everything's looking this September 13th down here. Everything's doing well, and we just got that nice soaking rain last night and the past couple nights. And actually this week we've had some really good rain. On Tuesday where I took those lightning bolt pictures, that was a good night. And so now I love it because I don't have to water, and it's nice and cool this morning. It's just a beautiful morning. But I wanted to come out and show you all the chrysanthemums that are starting to come in, and the beautiful coreopsis and cosmos and zinnias, and my little patio of paradise here. There's little fledgling. See him on the fire pit. Hi, baby. So for those of you that are just joining, that little dove on the fire pit, he was in a nest on one of my trumpet vines, and he fledged the nest, and so his mama comes in and feeds him every morning, and he sits out here on the patio waiting for her. And I talk to him, and I see him in the evening, and I'm sure he had a rough night last night with all the rain. I feel bad for the little birdies that, you know, and the animals that have to be in a rainy situation like that. But he made it through because he's back and he's waiting for her. And I should probably get off the camera because she's probably not going to come and feed him until I stop filming. So anyway, I just wanted to wish you all a happy Saturday. And feel free to stop by my website, wildflowerartbycarrie.com. You can see I made some new shadow boxes. I've been trying to post some little reels of my new artwork, and you can see my garden photography that I make into canvas prints and coffee mugs, tote bags, puzzles, t-shirts. With all my pretty photography from last year, I will be making some more new prints and stuff later this winter once gardening's over and I have some time to sit down and get them created. But in the meantime, you can take a look at the ones I have for sale now, and then also like a new artwork, my shadow boxes and framed artwork and stuff. So yeah, pollinators love them. But I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for the likes and the follows and the badges. I appreciate you all joining me this morning, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Well, take care, and bye for now.